Follow me on a journey where no one has ever been before. Listen to the Cali Effect.
Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. For about, I want to say 4, maybe 3 years, XYZ have completely dominated the game. And I mean, XYZ were, at a certain point in time, the only type of extra deck cards being played. Now, since we're kind of moving on towards the Duelist Alliance where Synchros and both Fusions are all supported, one has to think, kind of like last week, what is the best XYZ monster in this game? Now, not only do I reveal the #1 XYZ monster, of course in the TheCaliEffect's opinion, I also tell you the top 5 XYZ monsters. And a little surprise alert, one of them is not Exciton Knight. And one will be like, wait, TheCaliEffect, you just said one's not a field wipe. Like, those are the best. And when you do think about it, the Synchro list did have the best field wipe in the game on the list. There's a couple of great reasons why Exciton does not make the list, but I'd rather talk about cards that do make the list instead. So we're going to start off with number 5, Constellar Polites, a rank 5, 2500 attack XYZ monster, whose effect reads, during either player's turn, you can target one card on the field. Return that card to the hand. Now, Polites makes this list at number 5 for a plethora of great reasons. Well, first and foremost, his own effect. You can target any of the cards on any player's field and add them to the hand or the extra deck respectively. So with that being said, he gets rid of monster threats, such as Synchros and XYZ, that tend to be a problem with us on the board. He also helps get rid of back row. On my opponent's end phase, my opponent has 2 set back row. I bounce one to their hand on their turn, then I bounce the other one on my turn, gets rid of face down cards we don't have to deal with. Polites is just an overall man-hurting machine with his 2500 attack and the ability to get rid of so many threats at one given time. Even if Polites were to be destroyed by himself and he's the only viable target, he can bounce himself to the extra deck for further use. So he just makes really bad situations into decent or better situations. Another great thing about Polites is that he actually has the best rank ups ever. He can go into M7. I mean, come on now, who is a Polites on crack, being able to bounce not only monster cards not only cards on the field, but cards in the graveyard to the respective owner's hands. And he can go into Thunder Charger, so the card has a lot of utility outside of its own effect. That is the biggest reason why Constellar Polites cracks the top 5. The only bad part about Polites that I personally feel is that its requirements are a little screwed, let's say. Requiring 2 level 5 light monsters isn't really that hard, but it doesn't really make him as versatile as he should be. Number 4 on the list would be number 101, Honor Arc. And Honor Arc is actually one of the cards I debated not putting on the list. It's a great card, don't get me wrong, and that's why he did make the list, but he's been dropping in popularity and dropping in favoritism over recent times because of new cards and new strategies have been introduced. But nonetheless, he's still an amazing card. Honor Arc, at the cost of detaching 2 materials, gets to target one face-up attack position special summon monster and attach it to it as a material. Furthermore, if Honor Arc were to be destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can detach one material to prevent it from being destroyed. Now that's really good for Honor Arc, being able to get rid of so many special summon like monster threats would more than likely would be Synchros and XYZ. It also equips the monster to Honor Arc practically. I don't want to say equips, but you kind of use it as a material and it's kind of like attached. So I'm just going to say equipped in layman's terms. But the biggest thing is that it prevents the monster from hitting the graveyard, so the opponent can't abuse it unless they find a way to get over Honor Arc. Honor Arc is really good, but its only huge con is that you have to select an attack position special summon monster on your opponent's side of the field. But another great thing is that he does have a lot of good breakup magic. With that new Honor, that Silent Honor Dark card you guys see right here, I'm not 100% sure of its effects, I don't remember, but I know it's really, really good. Number 3 on the list is Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. Now, Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand is a 2800 attack monster whose effect reads, you can detach one material, target one face-up monster in the field. Its effect is negated, but it's unaffected by all other card effects until the end of the turn. That being said, Felgrand has so much versatility within its card. You can target himself and he becomes completely unaffected by any other cards for the rest of the turn. That makes him a 2800 pseudo-Leo type monster. You know, being able to just completely damage the game state and just probably ruin the player's back row. Another great thing is that you can target opponent's monsters too. Their effects are negated. and they're unaffected by card effects, but who cares? If we're more than likely targeting the opponent's monster and its effect is negated, well, its effect is probably really good. Probably like Honor Arc that we said before, Pleiades that we said before. Initially countering these cards and preventing them from taking over Felgrand. Felgrand is a huge body of 2800 attack, and its only flaw is that it requires 2 level 8 monsters. That is genuinely this card's only flaw. Its high level requirements are, makes it less desirable, but there are ways to get into them. Let's not talk about that right now. Number 2 on the list is probably actually one of the hardest. The hardest monsters I had to put at number 2 is number 11. That's right. Number 2 is number 11, Big Eye. Big Eye says, yeah, that's a nice monster you have. Give it to me right now. And at the cost of 2 level 7 monsters, a little bit easier to summon than Felgrand, he is a threat. Anytime when you have a Change Your Heart, Brain Control, Snatch a skill, keep in mind all those cards I did say were banned. In the form of a monster that could possibly use this effect twice. I get to snatch 2 of my opponent's monsters permanently is amazing. This card completely wins games, and on top of that, Big Eye was once dominated in the format. You guys remember Big Eye, you're Big Eye, to Big Eye, you're Big Eye, to Big Eye, you're Draco Sack. Like it was too much. He was an ERAD target, and he has a lot of other perks for him. But Big Eye's main theme is to take your monster and nothing else more. Now, his only real drawback is that Big Eye can't attack. But the monster that you did take will, and that's why he is number 2 on the list. Number 1, the number 1 Exceed monster is actually a similar card to number 1 Honor Arc. I know, I practically gave him away right there. Number 1 on the list is Castell. Now, Castell, at the requirement of detaching 1 material, can target 1 face-up monster on the field and flip it face down. If you detach 2 materials, you can target 1 face-up card on the field and return it to the deck. This card has a lot more versatility over Honor Arc because it can hit face-up cards. It doesn't matter where Honor Arc can only hit face-up attack position special summon monster. Castell can get rid of any type of threats, ranging from Singean Dirges to macros to Messengers of Peace to any harmful card that sits on the board, from monsters to spells and traps. It can also shuffle some of your cards back to your deck. I don't know why you would need to do that, but hey, who said you wouldn't? It being a winged beast monster is just too good with Bougie Incarnation and a host full of other cards like Ishgris Attack, and it's just a really, really solid monster. Castell deserves that number 1 top spot because of its versatility and the ease of summoning, being a rank 4 monster. Well, that's about the top 5 rank 4, the top 5 Exceed monsters in the game. I would like to know you guys' top 5 that are possibly not mine. It'll be very interesting to hear. There's a lot of great honorable mentions that I did not get to mention that, I'm thinking of right now. One being Exciton, like I said, really good card. The other ones being cards that I can't think of. Even Karen Gorgon should be somewhere in this top 5, in somebody's top 5, just because of its huge attacks and its untargetability almost. But thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.